Hello, all you yarn lovers out there. It's Creative You Podcast with Catherine Kirby. I'm here at my yarn shop. It's time for it to open officially. I'm going to try to get in a quickie, see if I can get in a quickie, because I have some beautiful quilts I'm going to ship and I wanted to be able to show them. I finished the Wild Flora top by Elisa Hartzell, which you can purchase on Ravelry, or just 2 skeins of Juniper Moon Cumulus, which is this amazing cotton yarn with a little bit of nylon in. It's called Mako cotton. It is so soft, although it's getting a little chilly here. I really liked making it. I liked making these little florets or whatever. It was top down. I would like to make another one. I made mine a little bit longer because it's crop top. But I would like to make another one long sleeved. I hope all of you are doing well. I'm adjusting to widowhood. God told me I would be wowed. I would get a new ID. Take the word widow, take out the ID. You got wow. I am wowed that my husband's in heaven. Yeah, knitting through the grief. More about that another podcast. Denise Fannin makes these beautiful quilts for the mother, children, Lakota Indians. If I can even show it all to you, it has this beautiful backing. I would think a child would love to just revel in all these different colors. I know as a child I did. My grandmother would make blankets and I loved it. Here's another one. I really like this one, the colors, the peaches and the deep roses and the blacks. And here's the back. Isn't this just beautiful? It's quilted with flowers, if you can see that. That one, I think it was geometrical shapes. This one is quilted with Halloween things. There's a cat, and I saw a hat and a bat. And it's just all these beautiful blocks. And then the back is bats. When I was a child, and I'm sure this is an old wives' tale, but we lived outside of town. Now the town is built up, and I don't think you could say it's outside of town anymore. But the farm women would wear these bandanas on their head, kerchiefs, and they would say that one time a bat got tangled up in a woman's hair. And to me, it just sounded like the most awful thing ever. As a child, to hear that story, it was awful. Okay. Here are some sweaters made to send. And there's a cute little hat. This is the Sam Sedira Katie pattern, which is available on Ravelry and maybe on other websites. You have the choice of 3 different colors. And I think it's nice because in the cold weather, you could put that up around your child's neck. So there is one. I'm going to send the Baby Sophisticate by Lyndon Heflin that I actually did with a super chunky yarn, but I really like the way it turned out. and it's more of like a little jacket. It's, even though it's acrylic, it's heavy, it's dense. There's a flannel blanket that was made with race cars. Oh, this is so soft, and a gold and blue backing. This is really nice. I know it's been chilly here for the time of year. I mean, we're just not even a full month. Yeah, we're a month into fall, and it's been in the 30s. It's chilly. And then another little sweater. Always love blues and browns. You see the pretty yarn, what they call yarn pooling. Isn't that neat? I think this yarn was Cascade Pacific, I think. And then just a few things I've been doing. I made a few cowls. These are so easy. This is one skein of a yarn called Ella Ray Lush. It's a roving. You cast on an even number of stitches, and then you just yarn over, knit two together, around and around and around until you bind off. And it's just, and you can make it shorter, you can make it longer. I wore one yesterday. I had on a blue and purple dress, and not sure where it is right now. I got some patterns from Knitting Fever to crochet this blanket with Jody Long, My Little Sunshine. And I'm not even going to get it out at this point. It has mistakes. This pattern has mistakes. And when you own a yarn shop and you get in patterns, you want them to be easy so that your customers can make them. So I'm going to have to figure out, what to do about that. In the meantime, I started a different crochet blanket. This is a Knitting Fever yarn that is 100% acrylic. It's a sport weight. It's called Pinwheel. You get a lot of yardage, 541 yards. So I started a blanket. I wish I had known that little speck of green was going to be in there, but this is the pattern, Lucky 7 Baby Blanket. And it just has this progression of these little holes. And I just started it. So hopefully I'll make some great progress. Now that my husband has flown away to heaven, I have a lot of time. This is, if you've ever done a pattern by Camilla Vad, this is called Magnolia Chunky. It's a very easy pattern. Oh, this is gonna stretch. I know it looks small, but aren't they pretty? And they were really easy to do. Now you can do another one at the bottom of the sleeve, but I'm not going to. This yarn was Debbie Bliss Rialto Chunky. And the one thing I've noticed is my sleeves were really wide. So I don't know if anybody's ever done this, but I went down from a 10.5 to a 10 to a 9 to an 8 to a 7 to a 6. My toothpicks are showing where and then I'm gonna finish off with a 5 because I don't want these big balloon sleeves. You have to buy this pattern. I also like the little pattern in the yoke. I would gladly do another one of her patterns anytime, Camilla Vad, V-A-D. This is the Wild Flora. And then I've never done a petite knits sweater. So Saturday we had a knit in. And I decided to work on something new, something easy, because everybody's talking. Try not to crinkle this. So the Petite Knit Holiday Slip Over. Unfortunately, something went really wrong. You use 2 strands of an Aran weight yarn, and this is a milk fiber yarn, and a strand of mohair. And everything went fine, and it's soft and fuzzy and lovely. Everything went fine until it was time to pick up stitches. And I couldn't figure out, I mean, people think because I own a yarn shop, I know everything, and I don't. Couldn't figure out how to pick up stitches, where I was picking up stitches. So we laid it out, and all the ladies decided that it was here. But it's not right at all, because it's not. So I had an afternoon of knitting. I enjoyed it, but it is not right. So that'll be a tear down. That'll be a tear down for another day. Having said that, I think back before my husband got sick, I started the Monday sweater. Now I'm a little bit late to the Petite Knits party. I would say her patterns are not for beginners, because she assumes you know things, and maybe it's lost in the translation. But like the roll down color, it didn't say, now we're gonna, you know, a beginner would think, what are you talking about? You're taking, and I thought the sentence was very awkward. So you're doing a knit one, purl one rib, and then it says, it says, I don't even know if I have the right page. It basically just begins to tell you that you're going to well, obviously I don't have my page, but it's a very awkward sentence telling you that you have to read it over and over again. What? And then I realized, well, this is a roll down color. But you know, she also doesn't say, okay, now do a short row. She just assumes that when she says turn, you know to do a short row. So definitely not for a beginner. I was disappointed that this yarn, because of course when you have a yarn shop, it's all samples. Hi, come on in.
Hi.
I'll be with you in a minute.
Okay.
Would be available, but it's discontinued. But more later. Shine, baby, shine. How are you, Joy?